The little drop had tumbled and flowed for what felt like ages. It had been born in the sky, fallen to earth, learned to weave around rocks, and had known what it meant to fall hard but keep moving forward. Yet, in its heart, a quiet loneliness lingered. The stream it traveled in was narrow, twisting, and filled with obstacles. It longed for something greater, though it did not know what. One day, as the stream widened, the drop began to notice something unusual. Other streams, coming from different directions, began to converge. At first, it was a trickle here, a trickle there, but soon the trickles turned into rivulets, and the rivulets into torrents. The little drop suddenly found itself surrounded by countless others. At first, it was overwhelming. The drop, used to solitude, felt insignificant in the rush of so many companions. What difference do I make now? It thought. I was once unique, a lone traveler. Now, I am swallowed in a sea of others. But as the waters pressed forward together, something remarkable happened. Alone, the drop had been fragile, easily stopped by rocks or twigs. Now, in the company of millions, the rocks seemed small, the obstacles powerless. The river carved its way forward with a strength that no single drop could have imagined. The drop began to understand. Alone, I am weak. Together, we are unstoppable. As days passed, the river grew mightier. It cut through valleys, smoothed the harshest stones, and carried life wherever it went. Along its banks, forests flourished, villages grew, and people gathered to drink, fish, and bathe. The river was no longer just water, it had become a giver of life, a bearer of dreams, a connector of lands. The drop marveled at this transformation. Once, it had felt purposeless, tossed about by chance. Now, it realized that every drop had a role to play, and that by joining together, they had become something far greater than the sum of their parts. Still, challenges awaited. At times, the river met steep cliffs, forcing the water into roaring waterfalls. The drop felt fear as it plunged downward, but each fall was followed by renewal, as the river surged forward with even greater momentum. At other times, the river encountered wide plains where it spread thin and slow. In those moments, the drop learned patience. Progress might not always be fast, but forward was forward, and even a gentle current could reach the sea. Through it all, the river sang. Its voice was the sound of persistence, of unity, of countless drops believing in a shared destiny. The drop, once small and uncertain, now felt proud. It knew now that strength came not from resisting the journey, but from embracing it. And in quiet moments, as it drifted with its companions, the drop thought of the ocean it had heard whispers about. No one had seen it yet, but legends float among the waters, an endless horizon where every drop found its home. The thought filled the drop with hope.